was there's a bit of a football marathon going on in the NFL yesterday. Over 15 hours of action from London between the Jets and the Falcons to what went on late last night, an over an hour delay due to harsh weather at Arrowhead between the Chiefs and the Bills. We have it all right here for the next 3 hours. My name's Kay Adams, Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, Angela Hall, and let's get right to it. Time for some highlights and time for Lead Block.
Lead Block. Kay, did you get a Justin Fields jersey away from Chicago?
I did not, in fact.
No? Because they're sold out.
Hey!
Let's go. The Bills have the #1 scoring defense in the league. Patrick Mahomes is 4-0 against #1 scoring defenses. There's your hashtag nugget, but how would it go this night? Because the Chiefs have yet to win a back-to-back game, but up 3-0 early. Look at Josh right up the middle. That was some Lamar Jackson stuff they talked about on the broadcast. Pulling linemen, scheming the run. He looked like Lamar. Now, this is the Chiefs. Peter's head exploded. Travis Kelce behind the center. Peter, you want to take it away?
Yeah, is it going to be? No, Tyreek said, I want it. And Mahomes like, no, I'll take it. Wait, what's going on? Look at Mahomes shrugging again. Wait, what are you doing? Get out of here. Hey, Clyde, go backwards. All for what, though? All for what?
So much. And now watch. They're going to have the two underneath. You got Edwards, but then just in the back, you can go anywhere to Pringle.
I don't know if that
was worth it.
Necessary.
I think you could have just snapped the ball and thrown it, but it's fun. And I know we'll see it in a segment later this week. All right, 10-7 Chiefs are winning. Is this the same old Chiefs? We're going to see things, and then touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders looks clean in that #1. All right, so that's one throw from Josh. Now we're up 14-10. Now we're looking at Diggs. Oh my gosh, wide A open. Dirty Dan gets him down, but they would go on and settle for a field goal, 17-10.
This is the one.
All right, here we go. Now this is where Travis Kelce puts on a Dawson Knox jersey and got him. They call him the Juggernauts. He and Josh Allen are best friends, spent a ton of time together, and this is Josh taking over. Yes, very, very close, those two. Fireball and the South. I don't know if it makes sense, but look at that.
Our show's set to pick up him on waivers and Emmanuel Sanders and Boots.
And you're on your way to a win if you listen, but are the Chiefs 24-13. Mahomes is going to bring it back. Pick! We got a pick!
Oh,
Micah Hyde, D-Hall, what do you think of that?
Tyreek has to catch that football, and he knows he has to catch that football.
Wasn't his only drop of the night. Mahomes said, I got to stop throwing interceptions. 31-13, we got a route. What? The Rook, Greg Russo from the U, gets his hands on him. That's 2 interceptions. Watch this play. This is why they drafted him.
Call him
that and that.
Call him Groot, Kyle.
Groot! I am Groot.
Because of his superhero stature.
Go on. Yeah, I guess that's sort of it.
Okay.
Peter, who's the voice of Groot, you know?
That would be Liam Neeson.
No! That would be Vin Diesel. Very close.
Really?
Liam would have done it better, yes. It looks like Liam Neeson right there, and Taken, or Darkman, jumps over L'Jarius Sneed, Josh Allen all day, every now. 31-20. Here is your dagger. Emmanuel Sanders in that #1. Again, look at that window. Bam! Guys, this was it was a rout. It was an Arrowhead. The Chiefs were down early for a second, but then it was never really in doubt. They go to the scene of the title game where they lost and win by 18? Is that a 2 and a 3 next to the Chiefs? It sure is. Let's hear from Josh Allen, who, oh my God, he was all business in the media. Take it away, 17. One of the biggest wins of your life.
It's a week-by-week league, and you're either on top of the world or you need everybody fired and change everything up. And we just wanted to come out here and try to execute a game plan. Our coaching staff did a great job, offense and defense, putting together a game plan. It was our job to come out here and execute it. But again, it's one game, and we're not going to try to make this a bigger deal than what it needs to be. And if we lost this game, we wouldn't have made it a bigger deal than we needed it to be. Because again, there's still a whole lot of football left in this season, and we got to continue to stack wins.
Josh Allen, tell us the Chiefs side of things. It's a big deal, this big loss. They're sitting there at 2-3. Do I think they're a playoff team, the Chiefs, Schrags? Yes, I do, but they are no longer the front runners in the AFC. You and I both said this Chiefs offense can outscore anybody despite their bad defense. It's simply not the case. The Bills, the front runners now.
They are, and I think Josh Allen was the better quarterback last night. He might be the better quarterback right now. That was a Josh Allen, statement game. And we ooh and ah over Mahomes and the arm. Josh Allen's arm might be stronger than Mahomes. Josh Allen's arm is stronger than Mahomes.
Go on, Peter.
Look at this thing. This is a cannon. And it is the ultimate weapon when a team is like, okay, you got to worry about him running because he's been running the first round. You got to worry about the underneath stuff. And then he could just unleash these ones that are just over everybody. Sorensen's like, you can't hit that throw. He can hit that throw. He can hit that throw. He can hit every throw. And then there was this play here where it's like, this is the statement. We're winning. I'm gonna jump over you and then convert the first down. They're awesome. And I have a giant shoe in my mouth this morning, a boot in my mouth, because I was like, the Chiefs' defense is awful, but they could put up points with anybody. No. They couldn't put up points with Buffalo. They only put up 20. Of course, they did turn the ball over.
4 times.
4 times. And the Bills, though, they make a statement. And I'll say this. There was that big rain delay, which isn't part of the highlight, but it's such a part of the story. An hour rain delay on the road in an uncomfortable environment. And you're sitting there and you're like, we're winning this game. Is this going to all go to poof because they've now had a chance to regroup? They come out of the rain delay and they stick their foot on the Chiefs' throats and they're like, no. We're the better team. Don't worry about the gimmicks. Don't worry about the storylines. We're the better team. Josh Allen's a better quarterback. Kansas City has a long way to go, but I am here crowning in Week 5 the Buffalo Bills as the best team of these two.
It was the bizarre AFC Championship game.
Everything went different than last year, and that's how it should be for a team that's been licking their wounds all offseason.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch Buffalo play on both sides of the football, they look dominant, and it wasn't even close. But I'm not too concerned with Kansas City because of some of the injuries, right? Some of the injuries on the defensive side of the football, not having a guy like Jones out there, not having the other corner. Is it Ward? Travarius Ward wasn't out there. But Spags and his defense, they got to make a play, right? At some point, you just got to make a play. When you're part of an explosive offense like Kansas City, at some point defensively, you kind of let your guard down a little bit. And this was not the game to do that. And the mistakes just compounded. You saw that drop by Tyreek Hill turns into 7 points. And it's extremely tough. And so, yes, Josh Allen is a man amongst boys out there, but I still compare Patrick Mahomes. He's right on that plateau. It's a certain point when you have really, really good football teams, it's going to be a toss-up week in and week out. You know what I mean? And so when I see these two teams, it's simply when Kansas City defense catches up. They're going to still be in the conversation. They'll still be in the conversation.
It might be an if.
It might be an if. And if it is an if, changes need to be made. They have to do something to make sure that defense can keep up. I mean, we said the same thing about Buffalo's defense last year. They needed to make some changes, right? They went in there. Yeah, they went in there. They drafted Boogie Basham. They drafted Rousseau. And they were difference makers for that football team. And so Kansas City, I just think they need to upgrade that defense. They've spent a lot of stuff on this offense, and deservedly so. They look amazing, but it takes both sides to win. Win championships, and I'm waiting for Kansas City to catch up. But I'm starting to get concerned.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, Buffalo.
We can only wait so long.
Buffalo's a damn good team.
The record's 2-3. We've been waiting for a while now. We'll talk about Kansas City all week. Right now, Buffalo is much better than Kansas City right now. I don't even think that game was close. I think if they played 10 times, I think the Bills would win 7. And if you took someone who was out of context, who had not seen the Chiefs for the last couple of years, who were not there for Wasp, who have not seen the Mahomes commercials, just watch this game. They'd be like, oh my gosh, the Bills aren't even close. They are way, way, way better. And I have to respect the Bills too, because they have all been so full of crap this week. All week, last night afterwards about another game. Listen, back in April, Josh Allen did an interview and asked, how much do you think about the title game? He said, every day. Every day I think about it. He said, the Chiefs are what the Patriots used to be. They are where we are trying to go. If we want to be them, we have to beat them. And then last night he said, 24-hour rule, which I respect and I think is very smart and is very McDermott. But what we are seeing come to roost here is this team was assembled to beat the Chiefs. All their safeties, all their pass rushers, the Russo, the guys you mentioned, that's why they're there. That's why they're contracted. That's why they're paid. That's why Emmanuel Sanders is there. That's why Diggs has this deal.
Look at that throw.
It's to beat the Chiefs. And by the way, Peter, every once in a while, Josh Allen can just huck the football.
It's the ultimate.
I'm not surprised that the Bills won. I am a little surprised that I don't think it was ever close. I think they are significantly better. And as much as I respect the Cardinals, who have a better record, I don't see a better team in the NFL than the Buffalo Bills. I think they're the best team in the league.
And the Chiefs are sitting there at 2-3. They had a tough schedule. We can always look at that. But now they have the Washington football team. They go to the Titans. They have the Giants. And then they face the Packers. So, Schrager, is this loss to Buffalo that sort of season-defining game where they can bounce back? And I listened to everybody's press conference. It sounded that way.
Yeah, D'Angelo's right. They've got the heart of a champion. These guys are fighters. They're competitors. But there are serious, serious deficiencies with this team. And they turn the ball over. So where in the past it was like our offense will bail us out, the offense actually crippled them yesterday with some really, really, like Pringle fumbling and Tyreek dropping that pass. And then they don't look sharp. They do not look sharp. A team that does look sharp, though.
Who do you got? Who looks sharp? Give us something good.
Damn Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys, Kay Adams? Let's go. Let's get some Cowboys highlights here. Rough one for Giants fans. We'll get to all the injury reports in a moment here. But Dak, this is a year from the ankle injury. Here's early on, Saquon. This guy, it feels like now he just might be snake bitten. No real contact until there, just an accidental thing in the ankle of all.
We're going to show that close-up they showed on the sideline? No, on the sideline he takes his shoe off. It's rough.
No thank you.
Saquon would not return. Ian's going to have all the updates, and we pray that Saquon can return. That was Jordan Lewis, whose foot he stepped on. Later on, though, Daniel Jones going to go for it on 3rd and goal. The defense from the Cowboys. And then Daniel Jones, who has been so tough and has been so aggressive. There's a reason they tell quarterbacks maybe not play like that, and it's unfortunate. A concussion was what they would say. Kadarius Toney slaps him up, but it might be too late because this offense was rolling. Dak, deep, looking to continue his bid for MVP, hits CD Lamb, and then Dak over the middle, looking, and this one here is a 24-yard touchdown. Amari had a route that we didn't show there that was insane. These angles tell the story. Wow. Ezekiel Elliott high-stepping like he's Dion in that 21. 22 of 32, 302, and 3 touchdowns from Dak.
Unbelievable.
3rd quarter, though.
Give me some Glennon.
Giants are like, you know what, we're not dead yet.
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon comes in here, down 11, looking, and guess who's there? Trayvon Diggs, who has been a sensation. They're talking he's the best corner to hit Dallas since maybe Dion in that 94 season.
Also the best of the Diggs family, right?
Yeah. 6 interceptions. And he gets the security guard fist. Boom. That's what he was looking for, the validation of that man. 44-20. They blew him out. Giants had a lot of injuries, but the Cowboys, you can't say that they are not for real. They look like they are ready to go.
I've never seen Jerry Jones happier than he looked like at that game. Let's bring in Ian Rappaport now. Great stuff. More highlights all day long. We had over 15 hours of football, so of course that means there were some injuries, some collateral damage here. The football gods are not nice. Clyde Edwards-Helaire left the game in the 3rd quarter. What's the latest with him and the Chiefs? And then, as we just saw, the Giants got hit hard by the injury bug yesterday. Saquon, Daniel Jones, and Kenny Golladay.
A lot of injuries to go through. We'll start with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the standout running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. Got his knee bent back kind of awkwardly, was tackled, and knee kind of stuck right in the ground. We saw him being carried off by teammates and eventually going into the locker room and getting an evaluation. Going to have more information on that today. He was quickly ruled out with a knee injury, but it's tough to know what that means for the severity. The hope for the Chiefs is that he just misses a little bit of time and that it is a sprain. They signed a running back to the practice squad and move on from there. But more information as we get it today. Meanwhile, you mentioned it. Ton of injuries for the New York Giants. Really none of them good. Saquon Barkley, obviously the biggest name and the most concerning. My understanding is it is a standard low ankle sprain. It looks bad. Generally, low ankle sprains do look really bad. And the ankle blew up. We saw the sideline close up there. From what I am told, he is likely out this week and then has an outside shot at the following week. So 2 to 4 weeks is essentially the estimate for Saquon Barkley right now. Going to have more tests today. Daniel Jones was knocked out with a concussion. We saw the goal line play. He is now in the NFL's concussion protocol because every player is different and every concussion is different. We will just see where he lands in the protocol and whether or not he is able to practice on Wednesday. And then Kenny Golladay, another receiver injury for the New York Giants. It has been just basically a season full of them. He has a hyperextended knee. Tried to get back out there, was able to do a little bit in the end to kind of stiffen up on him. Doesn't seem to be serious, but he's going to have more work today just to determine whether or not he has to miss time.
Appreciate you. And they, of course, have a big game against the Rams. They're coming to East Rutherford in week 6. Week 6, is this right? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. We're already here. Thank you so much, Ian, for the updates all around.